What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brian's Custom Auto. I am your host, David. No, Brian. Today, this week, it's already late in the week, guys, so this video is probably going to be extremely short. My son came in to visit from Texas. Got him a little leave from the military for a few days, so he's here visiting. So I really hadn't been working. I've been spending time with him, and I'll add a little bit of what we did right about here. Okay. That being said, it's time to get back to work. I've got to get some of this stuff done. I've got promises made, things to be fulfilled, and yeah. Now, I am working on the valve covers for Project Dan. Project Dan, though, has been sold a while back. The owner is putting a new engine in it because Project Dan's heartbeat was a little faint. Okay, he knew that when he bought it. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary. It was just it was wore down. Not to mention, I putted that truck around. I'm not sure if he is or not. He might. Who knows? But anyway, we know that truck had miles. Now, he's got it looking good. He's put it back up to factory ride height and all that after I lowered it. Yeah, but he's putting a new engine in it. Now, since he's putting a new engine in it, he wants to rep my valve covers. So we are getting these ready to powder coat. The black one too. We're going to redo this because that turned out like crap. But we're going to do the powder coat the valve covers, make them look good, and get those to him. All at the same time, we are back working on the OBS Chevy. OBS Chevy is coming along really good. I'm still fixing some down there. I realized that was low right there, and it was a little low right there. So, that top one is about right now. Bottom one, I still got to add a little bit to it, and I got to do a little bit on the other side. Outside of that, we got to pull the front bumper off, the rear bumper off, and get this thing ready for paint. So, yeah, got a lot going on, guys. So, stay tuned, and we'll be back with you in just a minute. All right, guys, it's a new day. My son left out last night, headed to North Carolina to go to his mom's. And we're back to work on the Chevy. Now, we're going to try something here. I will admit I have not done this, okay? But for the sake of needing this before we get to... I need it before 2 days, okay? I could order it off Amazon or order it off eBay or wherever, okay? And I'll tell you what it is here in a second. But I have an overabundance of copy paper. And yeah, so when you're doing body work, you can order this pad, which is what I use to spread my filler, and it's called Clean Sheet. And what it is you mix your filler on it, and when you're done, all you do is rip the piece of paper off, and there's a brand new piece of paper under it, instead of using that metal thing in there that you got to continuously clean and sand back down and all that. You never get it all. And yeah, so I'm finally running out of my Clean Sheet, so I need to re-up that, add more. So we're going to try and add paper back to the Clean Sheet. Not because I'm too cheap to order it, but because I need it today and it won't be here for 2 days. So Yeah, let's see if we can get that done. Guys, so this is what I'm talking about. There's a few pieces of paper left here, okay? Looks like maybe 4. Now, it's a little bit different sized here, but that's not a big deal. Now, how they have this attached is it's got a red glue strip that goes around 3 sides. Now, I obviously cannot do that, okay? But what I can do is line up 2 sides. All right. Blue painter's tape. You don't want something that's going to be so sticky that you can't get it off, right? That looks about right. Now, I don't want to come over the top of the paper because then you'll never get it off. What I want to do, you know, maybe we will on the top of the pan. Don't let your tape roll up. That would be bad. Make sure you don't have dog hair in it. That's my big problem, is having dog hair all over everything. So let's try this. We'll turn it over like this. Stick it like that. Come over to here. That don't mean it is. At which point, you take out your cutting utensil and try not to scalp yourself in the process. And if it goes dull in the process, don't worry, we have a way to sharpen them. Those of you who follow my channel for a long time already know. All right. And then from here, if you overlap it a little bit, every sheet you pull off, all you got to do is just fold that top back down. I think we'll do that just for the sake of holding on to the paper a little easier. So we'll do it like that. Catch the corners, like so. Fold that up. Fold that one down. Wrap it around. And bring that around. Bring that around. And there's your clean sheet. And for the sake of pulling your paper off, pretty much same scenario. Just like that. This has been your art class lesson for today, guys. Hope that helps somebody out. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Copier paper works just as good. All right, guys. So, it's not very often I'll take on a little side project, something like, you know, but today I am. Actually, I took it on a few days ago, but I'm just now getting to it. We're going to take a break from the truck just for a minute. Done got dirt on my head. We're going to take a break from the truck just for a minute because I have to do something. So, you know, the county sends these big bush hog mowers out, you know, kind of like the one that needs to mow this for me. And if there's a mailbox or a sign or anything out there, they always hit them. I don't know why, but they always hit them and knock them down or break them or whatever. Well, that's kind of the situation. So they come through and hit this sign and broke it off of that kind of fence post right there, which is if you do any kind of farming, you know what kind of fence post that is. They're not easy to break, but they broke it. That's why it's in two pieces. So I have been tasked with the job of redoing this in not a format that's going to be stronger, because I mean there's not really a way for me to make it stronger, but nicer and still yet keep it dangly. So see that long piece of pipe there? We've got that, and we've got another piece of 2.5 inch out there. Just for the record, that's 1 inch, 1 1/4, something like that. So what I'm thinking is that will make a good barrier around said sign. Okay, which means every piece that I cut for this sign has to have a groove cut in the middle of it. The top piece will have the accessibility for the danglies. However I come up with that. Hadn't quite decided yet. Okay. And then I'll make the T-post out of the other. But this is simply for the border of this sign to keep it straight. Keep it from getting hit. Alright. It is a metal sign, but we want it to be nicer. So let's get to it. Alright, we're back. So we got our angles cut. Got our rail turned into something completely different. This one here goes all the way. This one I had to cut completely in half to be able to slide the sign in. We still got a little bit of hammer work to straighten it up, just a hair on this side here, but primarily it's in good shape. Before we go any further with that part though, we're going to go ahead and get all this tacked up a little bit better on these edges. And how we're going to do that without destroying the sign, we're going to use our fire blanket. Okay, I talked about this in a previous video. I'm not sure how good it works, but we're going to put them down and give it a shot and see. This is supposed to keep the weld from getting down to the mat, so we will find out. Hopefully it works great. I might actually just layer it just to be safe. So I'll let you know how that works in just a minute. Alright, so we got the frame completely made, sanded down on both sides. We got the inside of it taped up so we can paint the outside of the frame. I still have to tape the other side, so we'll go ahead and knock that out and start getting some taping done. More taping done and some more painting done. But we are moving right on along. As soon as I get done with this, then I'll go get the bigger pipe so we can start the T-post. But that's where we're at. Alrighty, so we got the outside of it completely done. It's painted up, ready to go. There's the front side. And here's the back side. I wish I could get all that brown off of it from the last sign rusting into it, but I can't. But there it is. Now, we're going to take this in for tonight. I don't know what that is. We're going to take this in for tonight, let it ride. It's done, and I've got the T-post already together, but I'm working on something special for that as well, so hang tight. Back, it's the next day. Yes, I know I've got green tinsel in my green whatever in my beard. Is because my little girl had a dance thing today, and Of course, proud dad here, have to go support her, and so I put in my green for her Appalachian Irish dance, and now they're off having fun. The girls are, and I'm back here finishing up this sign. Now let me show you where we left off last night and where we're at today. We left off last night with the T-post being completed, and the top part of the sign, which is over there laying on top of that float, that lifesaver, is done, ready to be hung. But we got to finish this first. Now, because this is going to a church, I think this end cap here needs to be covered, and I think this end needs to be covered. So, what better way to do that than to make caps? So I fired up the plasma cutter and I cut a couple pieces of 1/8" steel out, some good thick stuff. And we're going to shape those to fit as close as possible, then weld it in. Okay? Now, this one here is for the top. On top of that, we're going to finish shaping up that cross, and we're going to weld it to the top of the post. So that way it goes on there as well. Okay? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Alright, so let me get back to work on grinding and cleaning off all this slag. I'm not that great with the plasma cutter yet, but guys, the Reboot is working awesome. I mean, you can see there's some pretty good cuts on there, some that's not so good. And I'm sure if I want to spend a little more time, I could probably make it better, but it is what it is. But I took these pieces of round steel, welded that plate to the bottom so my vise could hold it, and then just went and cut it out. So there you go. There's that and that. Now we let that set the floor and cool off because it's extremely, extremely hot. Yeah. So anyway, let's get to work. All right, guys. So except for the paint, the post is complete. Got top cap in, bottom cap's in. So we don't have to worry about anybody getting cut or gouged or anything on that. And then now we have to work on getting the cross cleaned up. So let's jump on that, and then we will put that on there, and then we're done. Besides paint. All right, ladies and gents, it is done. We got the end cap on, got the chain hangers made. I got to still clean those up before I paint it, but there's the other chain hanger. I got it being held up in vise. There's the bottom of the sign there. This is all getting painted white, but the surprise was this. We added a 3/8 full carbon steel cross that cannot come off of there. So when it's all said and done, who else is ever going to have a church sign like this? So leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think, guys. Purposes, guys, here it is with the sign hanging on it. It is straight. It is beautiful. So now all I got to do is paint the post, and we are good to go. So tell me what you think. And by the way, if the sign has to be turned around, just get it with those. That's it. All right, tell me what you think. All right, guys, this is going to end it for me for tonight. Okay, we got it in paint. That's the color it's going to be. And I think it looks pretty doggone good, if I do say so myself. I tried to do the cross on the top of it to resemble the staff of the Christian flag, to look as much like that as possible. The Christian flag has the staff with the cross on top as well, and that's what I wanted it to look like. So that's where we're at. So there it is. We got the fans running in here. Of course, we just spray bombed this one inside the shop. So that's what we're doing. All right, so it's Sunday now. We finished the sign up last night. Got the post for it painted, the bisque white or whatever. Turned out real nice. Let it dry overnight, so it's ready for pickup. Now we are on our way to North Carolina, and I say we because I've got the camera person with me today. We're on our way to North Carolina to go do a the abrasive oil change. Nah, we just got to do an oil change on the Jeep, so that way it can make it to Winston-Salem with no issues. But I'm not going to video that, guys. That's just what we have to do today. So you're not supposed to work on Sunday. The Bible says you're not supposed to work on Sunday. Unfortunately, sometimes you don't really have a choice, because it's the only day we can make it up here. So we're going to ride up the road and look at the beautiful scenery that I hadn't had to look at in a while, and get this done, and I will bring you guys back tomorrow maybe, or later this evening, as I close out this week's video. So that being said, hang tight. All right, so we made it back to the shop here after the oil change that we didn't want to lose the shop from and all that jazz. Anyway, and I just got off the phone with my buddy Jack from Beulah Baptist Church, and turns out there's a possibility they want me to go ahead and do 2 more of these signs. Let me show you what the final outcome was, guys, because I think it turned out absolutely awesome. So there she is in all her painted glory, minus the orange jack stand there, but the sign can go either direction. So we've got these little thumb latches right here, so you can turn the sign around whichever way it needs to go. Got the cross up top, did it in that bisque white with the black outline. Think it turned out absolutely awesome. So, and the church, they absolutely loved it. They said it exceeded their expectations, which is always what we're after here at Brian's Custom Auto. When we do something, we want it to be better than whatever you asked for. Because in my opinion, just meh is never good enough. That's why we go beyond and do everything we can to make people happy. So there's the Beulah Baptist Church sign. Leave it in the comments below. Tell me what you think, okay? In the meantime, that's going to do it for this video. We are still moving right on along on the OBS Chevy. I've still got to test fit the tail lights. Still got to get the bumper pulled back off. We still have a ton of work to do on that truck, guys. Still have to reseal this side yet again with the sealer, because this is the galvanized side. And yeah, there's that. But outside of that, we're rocking and rolling on it. We're looking for the interior still. We're looking for the black leather 6-way adjustable bucket seats with the center console, like out of a Trailblazer or out of a Denali or something like that. So if anybody has any kind of input on those, please email me, Bellbryan, BELLBRYAN 175@gmail.com if you have access to that, and we can manage to get our hands on it for a decent price. You know, I ain't trying to spend $5,000 on it. If I was doing that, I might as well just order a whole custom interior. Okay, we're willing to buy it, just not for that kind of price. So keep that in mind, guys. Anybody, let me know. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching again, another week of my shenanigans. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and guys, I'll catch y'all on the next one.